Kylie 7 Miles East, Maya P, Willow, and BZ. Alright, I'm gonna just finish these energies and get out of here. I know it's late. I know it's late for a lot of us. Give it about one more minute or two. Sorry I took so long to get back. I just was having technical difficulties uploading the last video or saving the last video, so it's on IGTV for now, so I'll find a way to try to move it onto YouTube. Can't come down. I missed a lot of the last live. Glad you back. I got distracted on YouTube. It's all good, Nadia. It's on IGTV. Alright. I always lose everything when I get on live. There you go. Alright, family, so like I was picking it up where we was at last time. Alright, I believe I was talking about this Venus opposing motherfucking Pluto aspect that we're gonna be experiencing starting tomorrow. Like, this shit is not no game, family. Like, you know, obviously you guys see me always bring up the same words talking about detaching and releasing when I'm talking about spirituality, because at the end of the day, when we're just a spirit. We're just a spirit. And when you always go back to remembering, that you jump into different bodies, you go to different worlds, you've been in different realms, and this is a continuous thing that you do as a spirit. This is just what spirit does. It continues to experience. This is why I say spirituality is not about a level thing. It's not about an up and down thing. It's about a contraction, expansion thing. So we know we have 9 dimensions, and as a spirit, you jumping into different bodies or whatnot. This dimension, the 3rd dimension, this is the last physical dimension. Once you ascend past that, you know, your body up there is just, you just straight dealing with frequency vibration. This is why when you talk things in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, there's a lot of things that we try to imitate of those things down here, but we can't. There's only so much things we can do here. It's only so much of a perspective we have in this realm. That's why I say this, the sun and the moon, they can see things we can't. So when we're on that level, when we're in that 4th dimension or whatnot, and you get up there by, you know, your spiritual growth, you know, how much you've learned in this realm, how much you've spiritually expanded. Some of us, you know, learn so much, we spiritually expand so much that we haven't really did everything we're supposed to do on earth, but we grew so much that we can't necessarily fit in a human body. So this is where purgatory, the term purgatory comes from in the Bible or whatnot. This is what they talking about, because if your body, if you can't really get into a human body, but you haven't really did what you had to do to get to that 4th dimension, now you kind of in a stuck space. This is what we see when we see in certain clouds or whatnot, things that ain't really manifest into real stars and things. It's just an atmosphere, it's just a gas. Those motherfucking spirits that can't really get into human bodies, spirits that, you know, they're still attached to things in this realm and they can't transition. So this is why detachment, releasing, disconnecting from certain things, always making sure you at a more of a pure space, always making sure you're connecting to things that's in yours, that's for you spiritually. This is why this is so important in spirituality. All right, and moments like the transits that we're about to experience with Venus opposing Pluto, it's really gonna emphasize these type of things. It's really gonna emphasize, like, listen, it's been a nice run with this person, place, or thing. It's been a nice run. It really has. Is this healthy for you? Is this pleasure, is this thing that you value so much, is this healthy for your emotional stability, mental stability right now? Is this shit really supporting long-term goals that you have right now? Is this something that, are these values aligning with the values that you have with career and stability? If not, Pluto's transforming it. Now, if you're not consciously transforming it, aka if you're not gonna use this transit, use Pluto to transform them things, when Pluto do it, it don't do it the way that you would do it. It's not gonna do it the way you wanna do it. Pluto don't give no fucks about our feelings and emotions. Understand that. That's what Pluto here to do, to transform that shit. Okay? Ain't nothing in the universe staying still. Alright? So when we start imitating stillness, complacency, you know, not creating nothing new, experiencing nothing new. Same things over and over again. Same just being a robot here. This is why certain experiences or catastrophic moments or certain things, the universe just be trying to work all type of shit in your life for you to start really thinking and feeling different. Spirit be hating this shit like, god damn, like we really jumped into a body for this? Look at the people, look at the things a lot of other people manifesting. Look at the recognition some people getting for certain things. Look at the things other people creating. Look at all the things everybody else experiencing. And we doing this same old shit every motherfucking day. This is what our spirit be saying to us when we just fall to being complacent in certain areas of life that we know we want to be better in. We know we want to grow out of. We know we want to transform out of. All right, but we can get very comfortable. Venus, she always trying to get comfortable. She always trying to see her pleasures. All right, she home in the second house. The second house is the house that we dealing with our values. It's an earth house. So that house has a lot to do with things that make us comfortable. All right. The moon is exalted in that house. So that's the house the moon loves to be in when the moon is not in Cancer or the fourth house. Because the moon gets to the moon gets to connect to its values in this earth realm. It gets to manifest and grow shit in the physical realm and become comfortable in them things. So this is why I posted in my story earlier. I was talking about exaltation placements. These placements are powerful placements. If you got the moon in that second house, or if you a Taurus moon, this is why y'all don't look at the sense of lack that somebody else may look at, because you guys already, the things a Taurus moon would do with a lot of money, the things they would try to get with a lot of money, they already manifested without money. So when they see people in certain need for money and whatnot, to them, they got a different perspective about it. All right, because that's how they manifest. They support it in that area of life. So Taurus moons, you guys got to understand that. And if you're not a Taurus moon, if you're just a Taurus sun, Taurus rising, you got to make sure that what makes you comfortable in this physical realm, whether it's like, you know, nice dates, nice things, nice food, nice outfits, you know, luxury things, 5-star things, you know how you Tauruses do. And we ain't mad at you. Y'all do y'all thing. A lot of us got to learn how to dive into some of that shit from y'all, actually. You know, there's a balance to everything. So I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, you want to be super detached from everything. Go experience. Go, you here, you in a body, get busy, experience. There's things out here, there's nice things to do, there's pleasant things to experience. Life don't gotta be so goddamn hard. Life don't gotta be hard, family. You feel me? We be making life hard a lot of times. We really be making life hard because we put so much certain programs on ourselves, so much goals, standards on ourselves and whatnot. And we put so much heavy feeling and emotions and thoughts in certain things, and that's us really adding energy into things, not knowing it. We're growing certain situations in our life, so we get lost in the sauce being a human being. But you know, at the end of the day, you always want to be able to still be detached from all that, still understand that you just experiencing here. All right, but Taurus suns risings, you got to make sure that you're not over, you know, putting so much goddamn value on physical possessions and things whatnot in this earthly realm. Okay, always want to be mindful of that. All right, now, so this is what we want to understand with this Venus Pluto. So this is a warning, y'all. This is a heads up. Let's make sure we start putting these things in place. Now, when I say where spirit's using these planets, when I say if you are Taurus sun, Somebody just said they're Taurus and Leo moon. You're a spirit that's using Taurus as your sun chakra and using Leo as your moon chakra. Now, when we're going through transits, we're all experiencing Venus transiting Pluto. I mean, Venus opposite Pluto. We're all experiencing that. Now, the areas of life we're going to be experiencing it is going to be different for others. So whatever house you have Capricorn in is areas of life that are trying to get transformed, that you want to transform. You already know, beauty. You already know, beauty. You pick up on the vibes. That's why I love you. You pick up on the vibes. Shout out to Pop, man. It's my motherfucking idol, my nigga. But we got Pluto in Capricorn, then we got motherfucking Venus in Cancer. All right, they're opposites. So these, wherever you have Cancer and Capricorn, these are the areas where values and a lot of transformation and a lot of passions for career, these are areas that have been influencing all of that. So these are the areas that's gonna get shaken up. But this is how we help ourselves. All right, this is how we use Pluto. When it comes to your values, when it comes to these things, you know you gotta check. All right, when it comes to points that you know you about to overindulge or whatnot, and you're saying no, or you're okay. Let me put in a better example. Let's say you're dealing with somebody right now, okay? And remember, family, this is a hypothetical example. Sometimes these things is not as simple as it sounds, but it just helps to get the energy out there. Say you're dealing with somebody right now, on and off. You've been dealing with them either for a year, 6 months. It could be a motherfucking couple of weeks for real, all right? But say, you know, you connected to this person in a certain way, you know, but it's on a, you know, maybe a more physical urge, a more mundane type of level, all right? You know, you guys ain't really connecting on no type of deeper level, but you also know that this may, at times when you're with this person, you understand that it do be taking you a little bit away from reality. It do be distracting you from certain responsibilities or whatnot. Let's say it be hard for you to detach from this person though, because you fuck with them that much, right? But deep down you know this ain't really it. The moments when it's hard for you to say nah, like, or you're not trying to link the person, you're not trying to, you know, see them, or, you know, you're not trying to do this week or whatnot, it be hard. But when you resist, that's where Pluto come in. That's where Pluto come in, like, all right, sis, all right, bro, don't worry about it. You did enough. I got you. And like the universe, these transits, they're here to aid us in a certain type of way. Every day we have to. Every day is a everyday battle for us to take our energies and try to align it with the energies of today. Because it's never gonna be your energies. All right, it was only your energies on the day you was born. We couldn't do shit that day, that motherfucking day, but motherfucking lay up in the motherfucking hospital, right? So every day we gotta learn to adapt, to transform, all right? So, you know, right now, with these type of placements, okay, when shit get tough, when you meet resistance, when you know that, like, you know you're supposed to be aligning with a certain energy, but it's tough, understand that the universe, they see you. They see your intentions. They see you trying to learn, all right? They see you trying to deal with a certain experience, a new experience. They there to support that shit, all right? It only gets really loud. It only screams. It only gets catastrophic for those that just is out here lost in the sauce, all right? Not understanding what energies we're dealing with. Not understanding they should be dealing with a more practical situation, you know, connecting to the feelings and emotions, you know, when it's really a practical sense, or being more practical when they should, you know, us understanding these energies, us just trying to put ourselves in a state of trying to do better and learn. Universe is supporting that. And that relates back to what I was just saying earlier about, you know, taking leaps of faith in life. Like, universe be right there like, yeah, you don't even know I'm right here to catch your ass, but go ahead. I'm just gonna see if your ass gonna jump. You don't even know you good this whole time, for real. And then on top of that, if you do jump, if you do take a leap of faith and you quote unquote fall, a lot of us don't even be understanding the fall was us making it. If you understand, you understand that. If you got that one, you got it. Y'all know that picture? Y'all know that popular meme And y'all know that popular meme where it's like two guys with like a hammer and they're knocking on the wall and they're like breaking pieces of the wall, and you can see the like they're both trying to get a diamond behind the bricks that they're breaking, and one of them quit when he was just right there, and the other one kept going even though he was farther. Y'all know what meme I'm talking about, bro? A lot of situations, like so many situations in life is like that. Like, that's why I love that picture. Them moments when shit be just rough, you like, yo, literally, how am I to get out this situation? I can't believe I put myself in this situation. I can't believe I made myself so vulnerable to be hurt in this relationship. I can't believe, I indulged into so much shit and got in this much trouble with authorities. I can't believe, whatever it fucking is. You feel me? A lot of the times, like, the grass really be green on the other side. Like, the grass really be green on the side. You feel me? That you, like, everything's for a reason, man. Everything's for a reason. When I'm going through some fucked up shit, I low-key, like, I swear y'all, I'm not just chatting. And if you a Capricorn moon, you know what I'm about to say is for real, for real. If you a Capricorn moon, you got moon in the 4th house, you feel me? You got heavy Saturn placements. We already deal with being harsh in a way. Aquarius, Capricorns, Capricorn moons, Aquarius moons, you know, certain earth signs certain signs be built a little harder. So when you built so quote unquote hard, this can make you also start becoming insensitive to shit that you should be paying attention to or you should be connecting to. All right, so it's like, but it also makes you start looking at things that, you know, you would say the everyday person stresses over, and you look at it like, motherfucker, that's life, my nigga. That's just life. That's life. You feel me? This is why I don't complain about shit. I like not because I feel like I've experienced things in my own life, but I just know the fact that I've experienced things in my life that people don't be knowing about for real. Who am I to put that out there and act like I'm the only person going through some shit? I never want to be in a state where I'm complaining about some shit in my life and not knowing the person that I'm telling this to just dealt with this type of trauma, just dealt with that type of trauma. I have no fucking clue. You feel me? Like, niggas be wanting, like people be wanting to entertain so much mundane relationships. It's like, I was talking about celibacy and shit earlier. Like, people wanna, sometimes people allow lust or, you know, whatever to entertain mundane relationships, but it's like, yo, you don't even know what this person just been through in the past 2-3 years, and you don't care to find out. You feel me? Now, what if you connect with this person on whatever, and then after that you find out that, you know, this person was dealing with some sexual abuse, or this person was dealing with this substance abuse, and you've connected to that in some type of shape or form. You in that situation now. Like, it's all energy. It's all mixed up. So it's like, when we say protect our space, this Venus and Cancer energy is relating to this too. Like, this is all relating to Pluto coming and having to transform shit that we get comfortable in, y'all. You feel me? And that's just like talking about relationships, period. Like, you really do want to be in a space where you really force yourself to see how comfortable you could be by your goddamn self. So whoever... Alright, it's like this. It's like this. Alright? First of all, we all should love to be to our goddamn selves. If you have an issue being to yourself, then understand that's an issue. Understand that's a problem. Understand that you should be comfortable being to yourself. You should be comfortable in solitude. Alright? Now, with that being said, if you comfortable with that, wouldn't you want to align with somebody who could slide right into that space and not alter none of that shit? You work so goddamn hard to honor your motherfucking solitude just to let somebody that don't reflect nothing about your space into your... What sense that make? What sense that make? But we do that as humans because we just be getting caught up in physical shit. Alright? We just be getting caught up in desires. Alright? And desires be the very thing that lead us into any moment. Think about any moment you ever been in your life that was how I'm gonna get out of this moment, or like how did I do it? How am I in this situation? I'm so fucking stupid. Like think about all the moments. 10 out of fucking 10 times they all stemmed from a desire you had. You had a desire to steal. You had a desire to cheat or have sex just cause. You had a desire to feel this. You had a desire for some shit. And look what that desire got you. You feel me? I'm running this joint back. It's my shit. And listen, family, like, don't think I'm not waking up tomorrow morning like, okay, Venus opposite Pluto. Don't think I'm not about to. I know. I've been preparing. When you always, this is why I say personal development. This is why I say there's a thin line between personal development and your spiritual path, because let's say I'm not into astrology or spirituality, but let's say I'm just really into personal development. So I'm a person that know how to look in the mirror and check themselves. So let's say I'm dealing with a certain value in my life, something that I'm connecting to in my life I know is not healthy for me, right? Let's say that's how I am as a person, period. I'm always doing that. When these transits come around, I don't know, it's a Venus opposite Pluto. I don't know I'm supposed to be transforming and evolving from certain values. I'm just personally on some personal development shit, right? When these transits come around, it's so much growth. It's so much spiritual expansion. It's so much to learn because you was already in that energy, all right? So a lot of the times we already be like, right now Mars is in Aries. So we should all be comfortable expressing our passions, acting on our passions, setting intentions on our passions. All right, we shouldn't be feeling like compromising our passions right now. All right, we should all be 10 toes, 100% on, ready to go and going on the things that we're passionate about right now. Now, if you already that type of person, when this transit come around, you already motherfucking eating off the fruits of your labor, you feel me? You already eating off the shit that's blossoming from that energy because you already in that energy. So that's why I say your personal development, thin line between personal development and your spiritual path, like for real, for real. So that's tomorrow. This is what we dealing with tomorrow, and this early. I think that opposition starts like 6 a.m. I think. All right. So even if you ain't hear this tonight, even if you ain't know about this transit, you may have just woke up. You just gonna wake up tomorrow morning like, just as soon as you wake up, you like, I ain't fucking with this motherfucker no more. Off the wake up, first thought, I ain't smoking weed today. Or like, I ain't gonna eat fast food today. Off the wake up, you gonna feel that Pluto influence. You gonna feel Pluto on top of them values like, yup, not today. Not today. I better not see you get near that motherfucker today. If I just see you, if you on your way home from work and I just see you start looking at that driveway into Burger King, motherfucker, you got 2 more blocks, your crib 2 more blocks past that motherfucker. If I just see you entertain that motherfucker, I hope the intercom fuck up while you making your order. Because Pluto not playing that shit right now, alright? Pluto not playing it. But it's tough right now because Venus is in Cancer. That's why this is tough. Because we already been influenced to try to get all that shit that we've been trying to transform in our personal space the past week and a half. And now Pluto's saying, Yeah. Let's think about that right now. Let's just think about that real quick. You know, I don't think you want to do that. Matter of fact, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. Alright, we ain't gonna do that actually. Alright, so that's tomorrow. Alright. And another thing about this placement, the reason why we really want to be in a detachment state, because this type of placement can reveal a lot of things. It could reveal a lot of things about the things that you was connected to or valuing at the time. All right. So this is why you want to give yourself a space to even see that shit too. All right. Don't be surprised if you feel like your relationship is healthy, and then this week you just happen to find out some shit, or you just happen to pick up on a red flag you never dealt with before. If you picking up with first time red flags during this transit, don't let that one fly. I'm telling y'all, the detach release, make sure you keep that motherfucker home. Don't let that one just float like you ain't see it. Alright? This transit gonna help you to see them things. Alright? So keep that in mind. Alright? And then on Tuesday, we got Mercury trine motherfucking Pluto. Mercury trining Pluto. Alright? So Mercury is how we think and we communicate. Alright? We got Mercury in Virgo, Pluto's in motherfucking Capricorn. Alright? So we know trines create opportunities. Alright? So if you have trines, Snake Ace Hood just screaming right now. I'm trying to teach, bro. I need some smooth shit. Yeah, I know I don't be teaching with no hype shit in the background. Calm that shit down, Ace Hood. Say that shit for when I hit the park tomorrow, get some push-ups, and I don't need that right now. So we know. So you guys want to check your chart. You guys want to check your natal chart. I recommend Astro Theme, because we need to get more familiar in seeing the pie version of a chart. I didn't know that so many of us was familiar with just using websites that show us the columns. And I think I'm just now realizing, I think that's why a lot of people in lives or chats ask, I don't have Virgo, I don't have no house, because if you don't have no planets in that house, in those type of websites, they won't show that house. So you may not see that sign. You may think you don't have it. You right? You feel me? But when you go on astrotheme.com or Astrodientis or Dientis, however it's pronounced, you feel me? You get more familiar with looking at the pie. All right? And you know, me and Novi and us, we're working on courses right now, because astrology, family, I'm not gonna say some of us don't have like the gift or opportunities to jump into teaching energy in a lifetime, but astrology ain't necessarily something that's supposed to be something that you the chosen one to know, family. It's our God, it's our spiritual right to understand this, family. This has been kept away from you. So the more of us that understand this, the more of us share this, we get the quote unquote, those are the chosen ones, if you really want to use that term. You feel me? The people that wake up in a lifetime or whatnot. You feel me? But that's happening every year, every day, as people come in and go out. People waking up all the time, people staying asleep during lifetimes. But for the most part, astrology, like when you got astrologers out there acting like they the motherfucking OD chosen one, and they don't teach in a way where they're trying to make you understand this shit for your goddamn self. Alright? Like, them niggas is weak as hell, and they're just playing out the same scenarios that I talk about when I say when we manifest certain shit, we don't want to be on a high horse. A lot of teachers and influencers and healers and spiritualists be on a fucking high horse, bro. They be on a fucking high horse. You feel me? So ain't nothing about spirituality, ain't no gift in nobody. We can all tap into all type of shit in spirituality. There's ways to look in your natal chart and tap into being a motherfucking psychic. We all could tap into that shit, but there just may be some spirits that come into this realm that deal with psychic abilities in a more innate sense early in life. You feel me? They have more of a touch to that just based on certain things they were dealing with in their past life. Don't mean it's something that another person, another spirit in a body can't be capable of or can't tap into. But just based off certain alignments you have in your chart, show you energies you have access to from the gate. This is why I said what I said about exaltations today in my story. If you have any of them placements, you want to understand you have direct access to an energy that others be be might be struggling dealing with, might be challenging for them to deal with, or they might have to learn how to really deal with it in this lifetime. So understanding them energies, take advantage of what you got while you learning the balance, while you learning in the other areas that you got to learn, aka squares and oppositions. But when we have trines is when you have planets in the same element house, same element sign. All right. So we have Mercury in Virgo, Virgo's Earth. All right, and then we have Pluto in Capricorn, Capricorn's Earth. So Capricorn and Virgo, that both, even though they're two different signs, like I was saying, it don't matter if you the same modality or the same ruled by the same planet or the same element. Every sign different. So with Capricorn and Virgo, they both earth signs though, so they're both dealing with foundation, practicality, making sense of things, building, structure, getting to the bag. All right, those are all the things they got in common, even though they approach them differently. So right now we got Mercury in Virgo, and we have Pluto in Capricorn. Mercury is how we think and we communicate, how we organize our thoughts to ourselves to see how we're about to communicate them to others, how we break down our thoughts. Okay, the moon catches feelings and thoughts. All right, the moon gonna keep the feelings to itself and see how it's gonna deal with it. When it catch the thoughts, it throws it to Mercury. Mercury, you got homework. Mercury sees the thoughts, start seeing, okay, what does this thought mean? Okay, how are we gonna structure it? So depending on what you got Mercury in, is how you deal with that. Is how you deal with how you do your homework. All right, your thought homework. And right now on my personal YouTube channel, Know Yourself Academy, we're in the Mercury series right now. So we have Mercury in Aries and Mercury in Taurus up. Mercury in Gemini going up tomorrow. All right. So this is right now Mercury in Virgo is at home. It loves to be in Virgo. All right. Virgo's about structure, routine, day-to-day routine, how you restructure and reanalyze your routine. All right. And see what the bugs in it and fix it and whatnot. Mercury loved to deal with all that. It's curious. It loved to deal with technical work and the details of things. So this is what we influence to think and communicate about. More structure, more practicality. All right. Communicating to see the details or learn the details about things we should be working on. All right. The more we dive into that energy, the more career, the more your day-to-day routine and the values that you're working on are going to be supported this Virgo season. But right now we got Pluto in Capricorn, all right? So Pluto's been transforming this area of life wherever we have Capricorn, all right? But we're all, as you can see, Capricorn represents, your social status, all right? It's birthed out the 10th house, represents, how we're broadcasted to the world, how you're dealing with structure and stability, but how you're creating it in this lifetime, and how you're gaining stability off what you're known for, all right? All of us is known for something, all right? So when you have a trines is a more positive alignment. This creates opportunity. So if you have trines in your chart, understand you be creating opportunities in this area of life. Shit don't be just happening in those areas of life just to happen. All right, you create opportunities naturally just because you might have a planet, a tool that does this, similar to another tool that does this. So subconsciously they be creating opportunities for each other. That's how trines work. So right now, we're going to be influenced to create opportunities to develop ideas that's going to lead us to see how to transform shit for our reality. All right. We're going to be having all the right ideas right now to help us see how we're going to specifically blueprint, see the detail, or take the practical action of transforming wherever you got that area of life where you got Capricorn that's been going through transformations for a minute now, because Pluto been in that bitch since coming into 2020. All right. So, and this is also more of an opportunity. This is important. This is more of this transit is gonna provide an opportunity to express your motherfucking passions. So, whether we at work, whether wherever the fuck we at right now, you expressing your passions right now, you communicating the things you passionate into, you in alignment. You feel me? That's gonna be supported. So any type of vulnerability we dealing with, trying to communicate, we shouldn't be feeling vulnerable right now, dealing with our passions right now. Mars is in Aries, and it's gonna be in there till January 2021. That's a long that Mars is in a sign for about 2.5 months, 2.5 to 3 months. 3 months, you could say 3 months. 3 months. Venus is more so like, yeah, you could say Mars is in a sign for like 3 months. So it's going retrograde soon. And our passions, we supposed to be feeling at home, comfortable with our passions from now rolling into next year. You feel me? So right now, this is a boost to that energy. But that energy is going to be directed towards career, towards how we're building foundation in our life, how we making bread, all right? Developing new ideas to see how we about to make bread, seeing how we about to transform a career situation that we already in. You was already trying to transform some career shit, but you just couldn't really nail it mentally. Mercury, yeah, this alignment is about to get it popping for you up here mentally, all right? But like we was talking about earlier, when we was talking about, you know, being careful of relating your dreams and your passions and the things you went to, because you don't want that evil eye. Y'all see, I told y'all, look, I got crazy skin. Y'all be telling y'all, that's why sometimes I'll be off camera for a week or two, cause I be having these funny outbreaks. So this is why I gotta take Virgo season serious. But this shit on my eye is crazy. Like, I had a little break on this shit. Is said, Boro, I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. So I really got the evil eye now, for real. Like, this shit crazy. You feel me? But hey man, I guess it was meant to be. You feel me? But seriously, family, like, we want to utilize this opportunity, because that's what it is. It's a try. So, but like I was saying, you see how I was saying, be careful of how you express yourself, because you don't want that evil eye on your passions, your goals, your desires. At the same, it's like you got to know when to punch in with this energy right now. So it's more so when you're being taken advantage of. It's more so when you're diving into your passions, and you know somebody's trying to throw you off, and for the most part you let it slide or whatnot. Now, let motherfuckers know where your passions is at right now. Let niggas know where your passions is at right now. All right. Let them know. I just had a mentor of mine that I really care about, you feel me, like a father figure to me, and doesn't really understand everything I'm doing. Like, he became a father figure for me through the basketball world, and that's since I was a kid, you feel me. And he not really in tune with what I'm doing right now, but he respected from afar, and he was trying to influence me to jump back into some shit that my mind really not at right now. And I had to kind of let him know, like, with all the love in my heart, I can't really give my time and percentage into that right now. And he a Pisces, so I already know. I hated to give him that one. He a Pisces. All right. And he had to feel it. And for the first time, based off of our relationship, is like he subconsciously felt like, you know, I was just about to go, you know, and put my time towards a certain thing. And this is a Libra thing too, on top of that. Like, Libras gotta understand when to do that, because Libras create so much opportunities being flaky or letting people down because they're so quick to say yes. All right. Aries will tell your ass no quickly. All right. But I had to be like, nah, this is like, you gotta understand. I know you don't really understand what I got going on right now, but this is something that I'm passionately into. This is something I've been putting a lot of percentage into right now. And, you know, this is where I'm at. This is where my focus is at. So I just can't really dive into that right now. Like, you know, I love you. People gotta take that right now. Mars is in Aries. If somebody else is mad at you for being more personally into your own passions, they not in alignment. Let them deal with however that the universe gotta, because best believe the universe is gonna have to is gonna work a situation into their life to let them know, motherfucker, Mars is in Aries. Why you caring about other people's passions right now? Ain't no fucking Mars in Libra. Ain't no Mars in Pisces. Ain't no Mars in Aries right now. You feel me? Buckle down on your own shit, and it's in there for a minute, for a long time. Ain't shit by coincidence. So with all the transformations going on in 2020, with all the shit we are experiencing right now, this is the universe teaching us, yeah, family, we going through a transformation. Here's the year to detach from it, because 2021 ain't shit about to be normal. I put questions up in my story. and I was gonna answer them before I got into live. I'm gonna answer all of them in the morning. Somebody asked, is shit going back to normal as far as structured society? No, it's not. It's not, family. It is not. That is the cold truth. It is not. They're working virtual schools, like hybrid schools, like letting kids go to school a couple of days and doing homeschool. That shit ain't about to go back to regular schooling. That's it, family. That way of life is dead. You feel me? It's gonna be a new normal. It's gonna be a new normal. All right. Just like when 9/11 happened, and we didn't notice how much changes was made in society after that. We didn't notice how much different things was enforced at the airport after that. So just like how we had a new society after that, you feel me? This is the quote unquote situation that they feel like they have to utilize to mask shit while they getting this new motherfucking shit in order. Cause they know the world is esoterically changing, so they gotta do what they gotta do to keep the structure in some type of way. Alright? In their perspective. But more so this whole year we've been going through a crazy transformation. If you don't know nothing, you know the world's going through a transformation, and we have all these retrograde planets, so we have a whole bunch of energies telling us, yeah, it's time to revise and reflect. And then now we have Mars and Aries for the longest, so the universe telling you like, yeah, get real comfortable with your passion right now, cause that's what you got to depend on. Ain't gonna be no 9-to-5s and jobs and external realm shit to depend on in this near future. You gotta know who you are, what you're doing. You know what you came here to do. We gotta be able to tap into that. You gotta be able to be around some people that supporting your passion, supporting your dreams. You feel me? So that's what the universe is screaming at us with Mars and motherfucking Aries. So with Mercury, Mercury trining Pluto starting Tuesday, let's make sure we aligning with some of these thoughts so they can support, things going on with Mars and Aries over there. Because there's definitely times in our life where our feelings and emotions is in a place, but we can't match it with our thoughts. And our thoughts are in a certain place, but we can't match it with our feelings and emotion. Right now, we could use this energy to really match our thoughts towards some things that we're passionate about creating, connecting to. We couldn't really stimulate the thoughts or really see a way to, embark on these things. Now, we have a full moon this week. We got a full moon in Pisces. Alright? The moon is going into Pisces on Wednesday. Alright? And it's going to be a full moon the next night. Alright? I think it's going to be at its peak on Thursday night. So, we know this is not even a regular type of full moon period. Alright? Like I said, when I went outside tonight, I seen the moon and it threw me off guard a little bit. Because I know we have a full moon, but I'm not used to seeing a full moon right after a new season just started. Alright, the moon should be eating right now, okay? But this shows you that this whole year is dealing with, we have extra super moons, extra eclipses. Why? Because there's more of an emphasis on reacting and responding to certain energies. We had 2 new moons in Leo because Leo energy and certain things we had to react and respond to in whatever house we had Leo in. That needed double emphasis for the transformations we're going through this year. It need more of a time for you to pay attention to it. All right. So just like the saying, God never gives you any challenges or battles you can't handle. It ain't nothing that we experiencing that the universe ain't trying to teach you and help you learn and support you at the same time. You feel me? But the universe ain't really trying to support nobody. They ain't helping themselves. Alright? This is why so much people, artists, rappers, entrepreneurs, a lot of motherfuckers sometimes don't be that good at what the fuck they do. But that grit to just be like, yo, this is how I need my life to be, and it's gonna be like this. Like, I don't really know how. I really can't tell you my exact thoughts and my exact blueprint, but shit, All I know, I'm gonna keep thinking about that shit, keep putting feeling emotion that shit every motherfucking day. I know that much. And motherfuckers manifest out of that. So while we sitting back saying this motherfucker can't even rap, this motherfucker can't even sing, all we doing is throwing them free energy. That's all we doing. They a star already. They in the light already. We just throwing them free energy. That's all we doing. You feel me? So you gotta let your haters hate. Whoever said that was probably like an Aries or something. Whoever was the first person to say that shit. Whoever said I love my haters, it had to be like an Aries or something that said that shit. Aries understand shit like that. Yeah, you gonna hate on me. I'm gonna create a whole new way how to see and feel about that shit. It's called no fire, motherfucker. I don't adapt to the way you see me. What is you talking about? So this is the energy. This is basically what we dealing with. Now, I'm gonna wrap it up. Y'all wrap it up. All right. So with this full moon in Pisces, we know the full moons always represent. The moon is always gonna represent the energy we want to react and respond to. All right. The moon placement is always going to show us the energy of the solar system, and we want to make sure that we're aligning with that, because it's the overall vibration of the solar system. So if you're not in line with the vibration of the world, you out of whack, and all shit gonna be hitting you left and right, because you're not even able to, you're not riding the current a certain way. So when we have the full moon in Pisces, the thing about the full moons is we want to make sure we understand how we're reacting and responding to it, because it's basically, you know, a cup that's full right now. So the more, it's Pisces energy, so we want to react and respond to our dreams, our imagination, all right, you know, things that we've been picking up feelings and emotions about, okay, how we're connecting to others with our feelings and emotions, how we're dealing with our creative source, and everything we daydream about, and everything that's in the abstract, all right? We want to make sure we're reacting and responding to energies. Well, we cannot overindulge. We cannot tap this cup over. We cannot feel more. We cannot overflow it, all right? So this would be you. Basically, during full moons, you want to just, like an esoteric trick, you just want to double up on where the sun is at. So you know the sun is in Virgo, right? So we got the full moon in Pisces, helping you to not overindulge in this would make sure you paying attention to that sun energy some more. You're doing things with more practicality, all right? So it's letting your imagination, you still reacting and responding to the energy of the moon, the vibration, all right? But at the same time, you still paying attention to that sun energy, taking action on sun energy is going to help you to ground your imagination, help channel your imagination and your dreams, give it a foundation to walk on. Just throwing out your dreams, feelings, and emotions and imagination all willy-nilly right now, not only can we create illusions doing that, but we could just get lost in the current and get lost from doing things from a practical sense. So we want to make sense of our imagination during this full moon period. We really want to see, like, yo, I really need my art to be, hypothetically speaking, like, I really want my art to be my career. Like, this is the year I have to initiate that. Like, this transit, let's get a full moon ritual going. You know, full moon rituals dealing with detaching and releasing. So let's write down some things that we want to detach and release from, all right? So it could create space. It could create some leeway to start working in some new things. This is why new and full moon periods is very important, because a lot of the things that we be setting intentions for, we don't even realize that, nigga, you is not in a set an intention space right now. Motherfucker, you in a take care of business, detach, release, complete, and move on to the next. You trying to embark on new things, and you got luggage. You got some spiritual shit to take care of over here. You ain't take care of that, and the universe is gonna keep reminding you to, motherfucker, take care of that before you start setting some new intentions. This is why the full moons be important. That's why the full moons be important. I need to detach and release from this motherfucker. So once the full moon, once we start transiting from Pisces into Aries, and you know we're working our way down now, then when the moon is shedding energies, you reacting and responding to the moon in Aries, to the moon in Taurus, to the moon in Gemini, you reacting and responding subconsciously, you're basically, you just aligning with those energies. You're reacting and responding to all the things you need to do to detach and release from that shit that you said you wanted, you set intentions on releasing and detaching from during the full moon. You just reacting and responding to them energies and taking it one day at a time, not paying attention to them things, and doing everything in your control to not deal with them things that you was reacting and respond, or I mean you want to detach and release from. Alright? When we get to the new moon, you feel me? Now we have more of a space. Now, based off things that flourish during the new moon. A lot of the times the new moon and the full moon always gonna show you where you be at spiritually. It be new moon, full moon periods. Certain people business start doing good, sales start booming, opportunities start coming out of nowhere. Yeah, you in a healthy space spiritually. Either it's a new moon and you put yourself in a space to allow new people, places, and things to support and add on to what you're already trying to grow, or it's a full moon period and you ain't had to start making space for shit. You already had yourself detached and released from certain things. You feel me? That wasn't gonna be supporting what you set intentions on, and you just giving yourself space to allow yourself to keep a nice motion with what you got going on. All right. Ain't no resistance, ain't no universe having to send no signals and signs for you like, yo, cut this off during this full moon period. All right, but we still want to make sure we're doing that for ourselves, period, during this full moon. Okay, so how are we grounding our imagination? How are we giving the things that we're so creatively into and we daydream? It's of course we all want to have dreams and be dream chasers and dream manifestors, but where's our practical action? How are you utilizing your day-to-day routine, scheduling, organizing, being practical, learning from others, seeing how others might be working on the things that you're working on? Because Virgo is mutable earth. Earth is the feminine sign dealing with receiving. Like I said, Virgos like to watch how other people is dealing with stability, or they know how to research. Okay, this is why Virgos might lack letting their imagination flow so much. All right, so when it comes into their creative endeavors, they might overthink it. And they have to watch Pisces do that shit. But Pisces be having to watch Virgos, how they deal with the day-to-day routine and how they become practical about these things. Right now, we got to find the balance. All right? The things that you creatively into, are they in the day-to-day routine? Do you have some type of system that you've been working on every day to keep putting percentage levels into this thing, to pay attention, to keep the structure in, to keep it organized, to let it flow, let it work things out on its own? Are you doing those things? If not, let's make sure we get on top of that during this full moon transit. All right. Venus going through it. Goddamn. That same day we got Venus opposite Saturn, because we got all these planets in Capricorn. So Venus gonna be Venus in Cancer. So she about to be opposite. She about to be opposite her distant cousin Pluto. She about to be opposite her grandfather Saturn. Okay. And who else in there? Jupiter. She about to be opposite. Sometime next week she's gonna be opposite her uncle. So right now Venus is in a place where Venus just came back home from college. All right, she's home. It's winter break, it's Thanksgiving break. Right now Venus just got out of Gemini. All right, so Venus done made a whole bunch of new relationships. All right, she done connected with a bunch of people. It may have been intimate. She may have had some of her first intimate encounters in Venus and Gemini. She may have discovered things about herself sexually. All right, and now she's in Cancer. It's winter break. She back home, back in private matters. You feel me? And at the same time, while she home, she's trying to learn how to have all these new things, or things that she got pleasures in, that she connected to, how to be at home with it, and she wants it at home. But now she got to deal with being in the same household with granddad, her wise uncle, you feel me, and her distant cousin that she don't be seeing all the time. But every time she or he come around, they transform into shit, or taking them on a new ride and lighting them on some new shit, or forcing them to do things differently than they already do. Then now she opposing Saturn on the same day the full moon come in. So Saturn just came in like, oh, how you doing, baby? How's college? Okay, all right. What you was about to do? I'm about to, Granddad, what's going on, Granddad? I'm about to go meet up with my girlfriends. I haven't seen them since I came back home from college. Oh, nah, well, it's family time, baby. You tell your friends, you see them in the morning. Take me upstairs. I want to see what you've been working on in school. I want to see. Saturday, Granddad just came in the crib. Now it's the opposite. Is you putting restrictions, limitations, boundaries on shit that you're trying to connect to. All right. So when we feel them things, when we pick up on the things, you gotta know that Saturn there. You gotta know that Saturn saying, yo, Pluto here, like this about to be a heavy transit. Venus, like I said, Venus is going through it right now. All right. Just when she got connected to certain pleasures, or she got close to bringing certain things that she appreciate and value and want to support close in her private space, now she opposite all these restriction limitations. Now she's opposite having to transform these things. All right. Next week when she's opposite Jupiter, all right, now she's gonna have to cut these things off and make sure she's learning from these things. All right. So our values, all of these things is getting a super self-check this week. A super mirror, look in the mirror, check with your values and the people, places, and things that you've been picking up a lot of feelings about liking, loving, wanting to support, appreciate. You need to make sure that's being put into something healthy, a healthy relationship, a healthy career endeavor, a healthy whatever. And if it ain't healthy, we gotta cut them things off, family. All right. And those is basically the transits that we dealing with for the week. All right, until we get into until we next week. All right, and then next Sunday we're gonna go ahead and damn, it's 1:43 a.m. Erica, wow. So then next Sunday, we're gonna go ahead and prepare ourselves for the other energies. Sometime on Tuesday or Wednesday, before we get to the peak of the full moon on Thursday evening, I'm gonna talk about full moon through the houses. So wherever you have Pisces at, we're going to talk about what area of life that you need to make sure you're structuring your imaginations. You need to make sure that you're organizing your dreams in that area. You got to make sure your dreams is not super floating in the area. And as soon as I said that, it just put me on a 2-minute timer. All right. I know my phone is not going to let me save this so I could upload it on YouTube, because they didn't let me do it for the first one. So this is going to go up on IGTV. If I can't get it on YouTube, at least, we got it somewhere so we could at least come back to it, understand, what exactly these transits mean this week. Alright? Hey, so it came back screaming. I only got 1:30 left. You could scream later, bro. Alright? Thank you, Dana Simone. Oh, it's 10:43 in Cali. See, that's the thing. I don't be, I'm in New York, so I know some people are different places. I know it don't be late for everybody, but I see you, Queen. Y'all make sure y'all tap into I am Queen_Phoenix, alright? She just dropped a dope book, and she's always, heavy 8th house energy. So everything we talking about with transformation, transmuting certain energies, whatnot, being able to rise as a phoenix from them things, all right, as all Scorpio energies want to understand. You want to rise from them deep passions, goals, and intentions, and become an example as that phoenix that rose through them things, not to stay buried down there all the time, all right? So y'all want to make sure y'all tap in, all right? But for the most part, y'all already know what it is, family. I love y'all, all right? So y'all keep these things in mind, all right? I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow.